Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Run with Julia. I'm just on my way to Sloane Square to meet my friend Fee. It's her birthday. It's actually my opposite birthday too, because it's the 5th of the 12th and my birthday's the 12th of the 5th. And we're going to do a birthday run with Julia. I met Fee a long time ago. We did loads and loads of running together. And we trained. I remember training for a marathon together through the winter. And I can remember once we met 11 days running and we ran in pouring rain 11 days straight, and we were always cheerful. We'd turn up and go, "Good morning Fee, good morning Ju," and off we'd set in the pouring rain. Anyway, it looks like we've ordered maybe rain for today for the birthday run.
Not staged at all. Happy birthday, Fee. Lots of love. Thank you, Ju.
We're doing, we've greeted. We're now doing our greeting on air.
I know, I'm still getting used to actually seeing you as a
We haven't
real
seen her.
person.
Oh, yeah.
It's so weird. You know, because you get used to seeing people up on there. I'm not into looking on there for a while, just to get used to it.
We've seen each other. We had a birthday meet up last year.
We did.
I want to sing Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you.
I can't sing my own birthday song, yeah.
We would be bent double sometimes because Bee's very funny, and I would literally take my accent off and things.
I never do such a thing, but I can't speak. What do you mean? Mind you were here, I think I'm much better to speak like this. We're in Sloane Square. I actually quite feel at home now.
Right, we better get back to the flat and then get running. We're about to set off. As you can see, I've actually got my GoPro as well, so we're going to record everything. So we're off in.
Yeah, it's like we with Louis Theroux or something. GoPro and everything. Right, and we just go and can you run with that?
Well, yes, we're not very far.
Right. Okay, there we go.
Here we go. Sloane Avenue.
Oh, it's lovely. I love it. Do it's in her where she's meant to be in Sloane Square. I've just said to her. It's a beautiful building.
And a Sloane pony.
She's a slowly pony. And yes, I think you probably were here in a previous running.
We're in Kensington Gardens. Royal Albert Hall is, well, there. And I can't see it, so I'm not going to show you. And the Albert Memorial is there. What's easier, can you run and talk?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Can I run and talk? That's what we did for hours and hours and hours, for years.
I meant actually.
Can you run?
Can I run and hold
Can
this?
you run and hold that?
I don't need to talk. Can you tell us a little bit? Because you're running. Tell us your.
I'll start a little joglet.
Tell us about your running feet, because you started as a journalist and a fitness instructor, didn't you? Or a fitness gym girl.
Gym girl, exactly that. Yeah. So sort of 3 times a week in London. You know, going to the gym and then going and getting absolutely hammered with my friends afterwards, which was good fun in your 20s. And then I was more gym. I trained to be an aerobics instructor. I was still smoking at the time, and then had the children, and I didn't have time to go to the gym and get classes and stuff. So that's when I started running. Like literally entered the marathon as soon as I started running.
What year was that?
2000. Hang on, was it 2000? How old's Kira? 23. 2001.
And that was the London Marathon.
London Marathon. And I stubbed up my last cigarette New Year's Day. Started running, did the marathon. First one I did 4:09, and then I did another one that year in like 3:42 or something. So I kind of got completely into it. And the giving up smoking thing would helped because I got better and better because I was obviously clearing out the cigarettes. So I was getting fitter and fitter.
Very good.
That was quite a while ago. And then ran and ran and ran. I met you. I remember saying to you the first time I met you, I wanted to run until 1.5 hours for half, 1:30.
And by then you'd run 3:20 for a marathon, had you?
3:18, I think.
That's it.
And you said you'll do it, and you wrote in a book. I think it might have been one of your books, I don't know. But you wrote, you can do it, or something like that. And then I did.
I wrote in my Running to Learn book that I'd written. I gave you a copy.
Yeah.
And I said you can do it.
Yeah, it was pretty much that. It was handwritten And then from there on,
Just pointing the way to Pete.
I was improving. We started running together then, and that's when I started my sort of sub 3:15s. So the first one was in Nice, 3:30. We ran together. I did 5 under 3:15 in about 5 years, and my best was 3:09.
You took a whole hour off from your first marathon?
Yeah, it was, and it was a timeline thing as well, because it was 2012, so it was 2002 my first one.
Ah, right.
It was 10 years apart, and I took a whole hour when I was 10 years older. And so then, yeah, so the goal then would be, well, 2022, I was hoping I could do something again, but then I was quite injured, so I had to skip it on to now, a couple of years of being properly injured. Like, I hadn't really had that long before injured.
Yeah, you had a difficult 2 years.
Yeah.
But you're very, Fee is very spirited. As I said to you, you're one of the most spirited people I've ever met. So you kept going, basically.
I did, but probably shouldn't have done it sometimes. But I did the swim run and things like that. But my running just went to pot. I mean, to be honest, it's quite obvious really. It's just there's a bit of an imbalance. And, you know, my right foot is the ankle is the injury, and it's weaker. And so if I do a calf raise, the right one doesn't go up so high. And, you know, it's not rocket science, I just have to fix it. Which is a combination of rest and then doing the dreaded strength work, which I still don't do enough of, but that's, you know, the reality is it's not that complicated, but I do need to fix it.
You know.
God, the leaves have literally just come down in the last few weeks, haven't they?
I know, it's suddenly, because winter officially started on December the 1st, didn't it?
Oh, is that
And
right?
yeah, and I said to Anadi, the trees know.
Yeah, yeah,
They shed everything.
it has, because it was like a couple of weeks ago, it was all, you know, really beautiful yellow and orange. I can't remember where it was. Yeah, no, it's all gone. This is beautiful.
It's gorgeous, isn't it, actually? If you go that side,
Yeah.
then I get you and the pond, you see. There we are.
A swan will attack me.
No, it won't. I love bringing Fee on my
So nice.
my morning run.
Oh, it's Hyde Park Room, isn't it?
No, we're in Kensington Gardens now.
God.
We're on the edge of Hyde Park.
Yeah,
I mean, Hyde Park's like there.
Yeah.
We're going to go into Hyde Park,
Nice.
and they all kind of aren't far apart.
Yeah.
We're walking.
Yeah, we
I
are.
taught
A
Fee
walking
to
talk.
walk, actually, didn't I?
You did.
When we were first training, and you said you wanted to go under 1:30.
Yeah,
And we
yeah.
started doing a lot of running together.
Yeah.
And I taught Fee to run a lot slower.
You did, and it
and
worked.
walk sometimes. And we used to walk up hills.
Yeah, and it does work, and it's a hard one when you're used to, like most people will try and push hard, won't they? That's the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
And you know, kind of in that kind of life when if you're busy at work and stuff, and that's how you drive it all the time. It's as easy to think, right, running, I've got to run fast.
Yeah, but it doesn't work, does it?
No.
Not the same as.
I'm not sure how effective walking like this would be for my marathon, but it's nice and a little bit. I go a 20-mile walk and I run the marathon in 3.5 hours. You see.
You see, I used to be bent double because I'm holding the selfie stick. I'm valiantly staying upright. So now we are going down we're at the edge of Kensington Gardens.
Yeah.
We're going down to the fountains, and then we climb up the hill. The thing is, hills in London, or this part of London, what I call hills now, Fee,
Yeah.
given that Fee and I trained on the South Downs,
Yeah.
they were proper hills, weren't they?
Well, I've been training on the seafront, so I haven't been using the downs. I started again.
So,
I really noticed it.
so tell us, so you started again properly just recently.
Yeah, probably. I don't think when it was. End of the summer. I don't think. I was out last year. I was out a lot. Anyway, I started again really slowly. Probably in the last 6 months, and then you were helping me for 3 months, and just basically just getting out, being consistent, just running. Started off running really slow and not doing any intervals or anything. Then I started doing part run every week, and
then you did 12 days in the Camino.
I was in Camino, yes, and that was really good for everything really, for my soul, my mind and my body, I think, because I went there feeling quite sort of crocked and broken, you know, and I booked a whole load of sessions with a chiropractor locally, and then I came and started running there, but just walk running, and I just had this day where I thought, I'm actually running again, without pain, without, you know, all the tension, I suppose.
Very good for me. It's very good because I don't believe we are meant to be in pain.
No.
I believe we can heal it all, and I think the root of it is tension always. It's obviously finding where that core tension is.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that, I mean, there's no doubt there are physical things I need to kind of keep on top of. Oh, sorry. But the Camino thing showed to me a lot of it was the sort of tension I was holding generally, I think, and just started running easy. And the last few weeks I've started doing intervals, and yeah, the park run is gradually chipping away at that. But as somebody, well,
you're back in the, sorry, yeah, I was going to say you're back in the 22s, aren't you?
Yeah, back in the 22s, but you know, you've had to hold me back a bit.
I have had to hold you back too.
Because I do.
Just being more conscious.
Yeah, it's kind
of
reminders.
Not to over push, isn't it?
Yeah, and then
reminders.
You'd say it, and then I think I told you, Kurt in the run shop, I was chatting to him. He loves talking about running, and I do too, funnily enough. And I said, you know, about doing speed work again, and he said, just don't get greedy. Just, you know, take your time. And he's right, because it's very easy when you have a little moment and you think, oh, I'm back.
So how would you encapsulate what you've learned in 22 years?
Just that in 22 years. I think the consistency thing is the big thing, isn't it? Just doing it every day or every 5 days or 4 days, and you come off the, you know, injured or whatever, you can pick it back up again. And just keep going, and just, you know, I remember you saying to me actually when we were doing our marathon training, you know, yeah, you do your big long one, you feel great, but you've got to get up and do it again on Monday. You can start all over again. So there's that. And
or a big week, yes, you do a big week of training. You've got to do it again.
Exactly. And it's like last night I did 15 400s, which is the first time I've done anything remotely like that for a long, long time. And I felt great. I was really pleased with myself. But you can't just go, right, I've done that, brilliant, and then stop for 2 or 3 days.
So consistency, definitely.
And I really enjoy it. And I mean, there is nothing. I mean, I've done swimming, I've done Ironman, I've done, you know, the bike, did a 100-mile bike ride this year, partly because of the injury. Went on a bike holiday. But like all that, there's nothing compared to running really, because it's just something I get a lot from. So I think it's the simplest thing in my life actually. I can have a lot of angst about work and plans and all this, but when it comes to running, I make a plan. I don't always stick to it. In fact, I hardly ever stick to a plan exactly. But I do continuously go from one point to the other and complete a race and achieve the goals, you know.
One of the reasons I love still doing it is there's nothing gets deeper into a kind of place of self-awareness, self-discovery, and doesn't challenge. Nothing challenges in the way a race or intervals do. I can have to stand on stage, I can have a big event to do, I can have
you're right.
loads of clients in the week, you know, back to back, and nothing challenges me like in a deep internal way like running, and that's why I like to do it.
But it's like last night at this 15 400. I mean, the fact that it was 15, it was kind of like, oh my God, you're kidding me, aren't you? And then you look at everybody, and you know, and there is that, like you said, it's a real challenge, that feeling of like, oh my God, am I going to be able to do this? And then like on the 13th and 14th, my legs were actually hurting. They don't always hurt when I'm doing this, but they were. And I was thinking, God, they're going to give way. And then, but you just kind of think, dig in. And I think, you know, doing that repeatedly for 20 years must have a good impact on life in general, you know?
Yeah, it does,
that
I think. That resilience, that discipline.
Yeah, on a Monday rainy night. And there's been plenty of them in our rainy runs in, you know, 5 o'clock in the morning.
Do you remember, Fee? We went on a 20-mile run and it was snowy, and we were so cold, and we were trying to warm our hands up,
sticking our hands under our armpits, down our bras, and then we walked down our hands. And then there was a couple of us that fell over loads of times as well, just kept falling over. And like, I remember going in the snow up to my knees. I mean, I don't think I would do that at the moment. You know, this training.
No.
You never know, might do it
You never
again.
know, never know. I love the serpentine. Have you swum in the serpentine?
I have. I did a triathlon in the serpentine. I can't remember when. Obviously, I can't remember. I can't remember anything today. And I swam the Thames Marathon the last 2 years.
How far was that?
13k.
13k in the Thames.
In the Thames, yeah.
13k in the Thames. So that is 8 miles.
Yeah.
How long
You
does
do get out to train at the lock, so 3 times you get out. So you do like 5k, get out of the lock, go to the next bit.
Good grief. How long did it take?
About 4 hours, I think.
Gosh,
I
Fee.
got
Well
4
done.
hours first year, and then the second year was a bit quicker, 3 and a bit, 3 and a half.
So we're now at the birthday run. We've got the Christmassy stuff behind us that Fee's just noticed. And first of all, Fee, you want to do a disclaimer about my black eye. Yeah. Oh, here comes the coffee. So our coffee's arrived. I'm being bossy. And then I have a Radiance tea. It's fennel, citrus and turmeric infusion. Very nice, isn't it? Yeah, Radiance. But you were going to...
Oh yeah, I was going to do my black eye
I
explanation.
can't actually see it.
You definitely can see it in the other video. So I've got a black eye. I haven't been writing. I have been putting my Christmas decorations. And hammering in my lungs. The hammer.
When we first started running, I said you wanted to run sub 1:30, and you ran. What did you run?
Well, eventually I ran to 127 something. I did 6:40 pace, I remember, but I did that one when the Brighton Park was long.
Oh no!
So I never got the official time, but yeah, 6:40 pace. A few times, quite a few sub 130s.
I remember.
I didn't go much quicker, but that was fine. I was quite happy with that.
I've been asked by a few people about as your times go slower, how do we adjust? So we were just chatting. What do you think?
I said to you, I think that there was a time when I thought, oh God, I had a couple of years and I kept thinking back to my previous times and thinking, oh, I should be going faster, blah, blah, blah. Whereas now I just think I'm quite happy with my times where they are, if they're improving. As long as I keep improving, who knows where the destination is, you don't know. And I think that's, for me, it's the thing of feeling like I'm getting better that I really quite like. And there isn't necessarily a definite time attached to it, although there will be like for parkrun, I've got specific times I want to get to in the next few months.
So essentially it's the same, because in a way times are just lines in the sand, aren't they?
Yeah, and it feels the same.
It feels the same. I would think that it feels just the same running my 5K times I'm running now to when I was running a 40 years ago.
Yeah.
It doesn't really feel any. I've handed the selfie stick because it actually works better.
But the last time I said it to you, the last one, the selfie stick, I stuck it out the window and filmed the roof. So there you go.
I think the reason that I also don't mind the times is one, I just don't mind.
Yeah.
And two, I'm always thinking I can improve.
Yes.
And three, I always think miracles. Who knows what can happen? Who knows what can happen with this body? Because a lot
There's
of
always
it's
someone.
conditioning, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of the reasons must be because we were saying the subconscious is playing out on the screen of life. So everything within us is playing out on the screen of our life.
Yeah.
So to an extent, we're going to have conditioning about what
Yeah,
we run
totally.
at a certain time, and so we just got to free ourselves from the conditioning.
And then you said about the monks as well, you know, doing headstands and splits and stuff.
Yeah,
in their
Nadi
70s.
trained with the Shaolin monks.
No, that's a thing.
In 2005, he spent 10 weeks, hardest training of his life, he said.
Yeah.
And there were people in their 70s doing splits and
Yeah.
cartwheels and
Rolling ponies. But I mean, it is. But that's the thing. And if you sort of say, "Oh, I can't do it anymore," blah blah, blah, then suddenly you'll read about someone who's done like a 2:30 marathon at 80. You know, there's always something that we don't know is going to come. You know, the shoes have been added on or taken off time for everybody. So the sub 2 hours became possible because of the speedy shoes. I mean, who knows what we could
grow
implant?
wings.
We might be able to implant something into our bodies. It'll make us
Actually,
run
today
really fast.
we were saying that you never say never.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like I never want to run a marathon again.
Yeah.
We both decided when we're running on Fee's 72nd birthday, I will be approaching my 80th. And I might be training for a marathon.
Very likely to train for a marathon. You should have the implant. So if anyone is thinking of creating such a thing, I'm happy to volunteer. I'm going to a really fast park run. So people say, what have you done? I think, just the usual. Don't mention the implant. But the point of that is that there is, as you said, we don't know. We don't know what could happen for anybody. And the whole running thing, like people running for longer, has been going on for a while now. And every decade somebody does something amazing.
And we've seen that. Well, I've seen the running boom. You've been part of the running.
Yeah.
So Fee, before we finish, on your birthday breakfast run and drunk, any words? I know you have given a lot of wisdom anyway, consistency, and you never know what's going to happen. But any last words?
Oh God, last word. I hope it's not last word. I've had my last meal. It's very nice. Probably what I would actually do, something like that, scrambled eggs and bacon. Should that ever happen? Probably the last. I think we've talked a lot about not being limited by age, by I don't want to say excuses, but things that you think stop us, don't stop us getting away. I'm not responding to anything. It's kind of literally getting out, putting that one foot in front of the other, and doing it. So it is. So thank you for running with Julia and Fee. Thank you for running with Julia and Fee. If you've loved the video, put your thumbs up. One without the nail varnish.
And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. We've got 252 subscribers.
It's growing. It's growing. That'll be 2,500 soon.
And millions.
Yeah, then millions. Yeah, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
Yeah, that's it. So tell your friends.